A very good day to all my dear students. Hope you all are doing well. Now, I have a question for you. How is your preparation going for the upcoming board exams? Are you prepared or still worried from where you should prepare? Are you worried? Okay. To remove all your worries and to answer all your questions, I am here with the latest edition of our mark scorer. This is the latest edition of our mark scorer. In this marks, firstly I'll tell you the important features of this mark scorer. Do you know, this book not only have only important questions or a short answer or a very short answer, nothing like that. We have covered synopsis or each of every chapter. For each and every chapter we have covered the synopsis. Either it is max, English, or all the subject. Firstly, we have given the synopsis. Do you know, only preparing for question, it can be confusing or it can be time consuming, and it as well require number of books to be referred. So no need to refer any book if you have a mark scorer. There is a revision for chapter. There are the formulas which are covered in each and every chapter. All the important concept, whatever concept is covered in the top chapter, we have given in the beginning. If you refer this, you can solve all the questions. All the questions you can solve. So this book, this mark scorer is in all the variants. We have Hindi, we have published Hindi book, we have published Telugu book, we have published English book, we have mathematics book as well. How you have seen just now, you have physical science, you have bio, and we do have social studies. We do have social studies, and also we do have Urdu. This book is very, very important for your preparation. This book is very, very important for your preparation. Like, for example, if you want to prepare trigonometry, and to prepare trigonometry chapter, you need to know the table. You need to know the value of tables. You need to know the identities. You need to know the formulas. For that, you need to open the reader and any other book where you have important questions given. But in the case of mark scorer, no need to open anything. No need to open anything. Just a mark scorer is enough. Just a mark scorer is enough. If you want to prepare trigonometry, for example, table, we have covered table of trigonometry. We have covered identity of trigonometries. Everything we have covered, so that you can just refer and you can attempt all the questions. So this book will be a booster for your examination, a booster for your preparation. Make sure that you're following. And I forgot to tell you that if you scan this, there is a magic in the scanner. Do you know? There is a magic in the scanner. When you scan this, you'll get audio, you get video explanation of each and every chapter. Video explanation of each and every chapter and each and every concept. Every day you will get some or the other important questions. Practice paper. Not only questions limited to this book. We post number of important questions in this scanner. When you purchase the book, you can scan this and you can watch all the videos. All the videos, and the videos have a detailed explanation. Video have detailed explanation of all the chapters. Make sure you are following our books. Thank you. A very good morning to all my dear students. Before proceeding to our class, let me give a brief introduction about the program. So this is an online class program or online lesson explanation program, wherein every day you'll get some of the other problems in the link whatever you have joined. So every day you will get detailed explanation of problems that will be very, very helpful for your examination. Word to word explanation of all chapters and all subjects. So this program will be very, very helpful to you. Make sure that you are watching all the videos and do share with all your friends. Understand how this program is carried out. First I'll explain you what is the chapter about. What is the chapter about? What are the concepts that we are studying in the chapter? That I'll give you, that I'll explain you. And after that I'll explain few example problems. And after explaining this problem, I'll post some practice questions in the group where you need to practice. If you listen to the explanation, if you listen to the explanation of the problems, and if you practice the questions which I am posting in the group, you will get 100 out of 100 marks, 100%. Make sure that each and every concepts are covered, each and every concept. You practice all the questions which I am giving, practice questions whatever I am giving after the lesson explanation, and whatever problems which I am explaining in this video, you need to listen to it very carefully. I'll make sure that the explanation is in easier language, it is understandable to you. Okay, let's begin. So the first chapter what we are learning is about real numbers. So what do you mean by real numbers? Real numbers are the numbers which are real. There is an opposite of everything. If something is real, other things are not real. So instead of telling not real, we say as imaginary. Can you reconnect this? Can you connect the both word? Retaliate it. Not real and imaginary. Not real and imaginary are the both same words. So real numbers, contrary to real numbers, are imaginary numbers. Counterpart of real numbers are imaginary numbers. Real numbers are the numbers where it's not like that, like it's not 1, 2, 3, it's not -1, -2. All these things are little bytes. This you have already learned in your childhood or in your earlier classes. These are little bytes. Now as we are proceeding, and now we are heading to our board exam. We'll learn what are the main things. So real numbers are the numbers which have certain value. It's nothing like imaginary, something which cannot be explained, which cannot be written, which cannot be imagined. The things which is imagined, which can be written, and which can be evaluated are real. Real is something which can be imagined, written, and evaluated. Imaginary are something which cannot be imagined, real, and evaluated. Counterpart of that. Okay, so in real numbers chapter, basically we follow some simple thing. This chapter is very easy. First of all, in this chapter we'll do some basic things like HCF, LCM, all the basic things. Make sure that you are listening to the video completely. I'll explain step by step. If you are listening to this chapter for the first time, you'll understand it perfectly. No matter you have studied in your school, you have studied in your various tuition, no matter, no background required. I'll explain word to word thing. If you are the first time listener also, you will understand the thing. Just peacefully take an isolated room in a peaceful environment, listen to the class. We'll start with division algorithm. Algorithm is something which is written in a perfect manner. Algorithm is something that is written step by step. Algorithm is not like that, a different word or big word. It's not like that. It's like a thing which can be written step by step. Okay, so algorithm is a common word, but we will not use it usually. In certain places only we will use, but the meaning of algorithm is common, step-by-step procedure. What is the meaning of algorithm? Step-by-step procedure. Step-by-step procedure, a simple step-by-step procedure. Now division algorithm. Now when you are combining division with algorithm, what does it mean? It means that you are doing division step by step. Understood? When you are doing division step by step, then it is division algorithm. Understood? Now, a brief about division algorithm is that for any two given positive integer a and b, there exists a unique whole number p and r such that, how we are writing, such that a is equals to bq plus r. A is equals to bq plus r, where now you'll say that, ma'am, you are simply reading. You said that you'll give step by step, word to word. Listen, here when we are writing a is equals to bq plus r, and when you are writing like this, you see here, you see this where. One minute, I'll erase this, and it's quite clumsy now. I'll erase it and I'll make it clear for you. Let us see what is word to word concept of this here. So first of all, we'll see how to read the things. How to read the things. Here it is read as, how are we reading this? A is equals to BQ plus R. A is equals to BQ plus R. How we are reading this? Where R lies between. Where R, this is R, right? How we are reading this? How we are reading this? We are reading this as where R lies between 0 and B. 0 and B, we are giving the limits. We are giving the limits that R lies between 0 and B. And see here, it is written like this, less than or equal to. This equal to here means that R can be 0. R can be 0. It is saying that R can be less than or equals to 0. Sometimes R can be 0, but it cannot be B. It lies between 0 and B. This is the meaning of the way what we are writing. R lies between 0 and B. And what else is written here? Here A is dividend, B is divisor, Q is quotient, and R is remainder. What are each thing? A is dividend, B is divisor, and Q is quotient, and R is remainder. Ma'am, this is quite difficult for us to learn. Okay, no problem. I'll give you a small hint to learn that. No issue. In everything, mathematics is very, very easy language when you retaliate it with your daily life. Quickly, you have learned this, no? 2 divided by 9. 2 divided by 9. How you'll divide it? 2 fours are 8. And you write 8 here, you'll do subtraction and you'll get minus here. Do this. And to get 9, 9 is dividend. It is getting divided. So 9 is dividend. Okay, first I'll write like this. 9 is equals to, this is what? This is quotient, this is remainder, and this is what? This is divisor. The number for which we are dividing. So we'll write down 4 into 2 plus 1. 4 is divisor, 2 is quotient, and 1 is remainder. If you know the labeling of this, and sometimes if you are forgetting this sequence, you can write with this step. Okay, once again, I'll write down. Once again, I'll explain you. What we have learned, sometimes it happened that as a student, you might forget this sequence. As a student, you might forget this sequence. What you had to do at that time, quickly take 2 divided by 9 is equals to 2 fours are 8, and you're writing 1. This is quotient, this is divisor, this is dividend, and this is remainder. To get dividend, we are multiplying quotient into divisor plus remainder. This is the way sometimes you can recollect the formula. Okay, you can recollect the formula sometimes if you are forgetting. Sometimes it happens that you will learn, but in the tension of exam, in the dilemma, in confusion, you might forget the steps. Pehle first quotient aata ya phir divisor aata, what comes first? So no need to get confused, just remember like this. Understood till here? Now, this was the division theorem, division algorithm. Now, let us see what is Euclid division algorithm. It's not like that we are changing the concept of division, nothing like that. It's as similar as division algorithm with a small variation. What is that variation? Let us see. It is a technique to calculate the HCF of two given positive integer. Now, what do you mean by this word positive integer? It means that positive integer means your integers. Integers are the combinations of zero, negative numbers and positive numbers. So HCF can be done only on positive integer. It want to say you like this. In exam, when it is asking you to write down the statement, you can frame it by yourself. No need to buttify, no need to do rote learning. You can write by yourself. How you are going to write by yourself? It is a technique, or you can write down. It is a process. It is a process to calculate HCF. HCF can only be done on positive numbers. So we'll write down on given positive integers. Or you write down positive numbers, no problem. You can write down that also. Okay? To obtain HCF of two positive integers, C and D, where C less than D, follow the steps below. Apply the division algorithm C and D, we find whole number P and Q such that C is equals to DQ plus R. Now you have to label according to that what we have learned: dividend, divisor, quotient, and remainder. That's it. If R is equals to 0, D is the HCF of C and D. If R is equals to 0, D is the HCF of C and D. And if R is not equals to 0, apply division algorithm again. Already we are doing this. No, if sometimes you are not getting 0 as answer, we are doing the repeated process. That is nothing but same. Okay. So this is the Euclid division algorithm. So how you are going to write this? Sometimes it asks you, write down Euclid division algorithm. What you are, already I have explained you, division is what? Something which you are writing in steps. Steps is already there. In first line, you have to write the statement. We have learned the statement just now. And in next line, you have to write down to obtain the HCF. Here we are telling, no, to calculate the HCF. In next line, repeat it. To obtain the HCF of two numbers, follow this step. In step 1, apply the division algorithm, which we have learned earlier. If R is equals to 0, HCF is there. You'll get the HCF. If R is not equals to 0, you are not getting HCF. You need to apply the process again. That's it. Now, can you write down the division algorithm by yourself? No need to do rote learning. No need to buttify. You can write down by yourself now. Okay. Chaliye. Now we'll proceed to the next step part. So in the next part, what it is asking you, what is fundamental theorem of arithmetic? A simple, everything which we know, we already know this concept. Just we are writing it, we are pen downing it. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic or unique prime factorization theorem. Every composite number can be expressed as a product of prime number in unique manner irrespective of their order. Don't you know this already? We already know this. We have done hundreds of time in our earlier classes. Hundreds of time we have done. What we have done? 24. We have written 2 1s are 2 2s are 2 1s are 2 6s are 2 1s are 2 3s are 3 1s are 3. What you are doing? After finding the prime factorization, we are writing 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. And in exam, when you are getting, write down fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What you will do? You'll get confused. You'll be worried. I have not learned the statement. Is it required to learn the statement? It's not required. It's not required to learn the statement. It's just required to write the statement. How you are writing the statement? Every composite number. When you are finding the factors, when the word it is given here, factor, can you get the factor for a prime number? Impossible. Prime numbers, you cannot do factors. So to which numbers you will do factorization? Obviously to composite number. Okay, I'll tell you one more basic of this. What is composite number and what is prime number? What is composite number and what is prime number? So what is composite number and what is prime number? Composite number composite numbers are the numbers where composite numbers जिसके हम factors निकाल सकते, the numbers for which we can find out the factors. So when it is mentioning prime factorization, we will get factors for only composite number, will not get factors for prime numbers. So by default, you can write down every composite number can be expressed as a product of its prime unique manner. These are the adjectives: unique, and irrespective. These are the adjectives. It, if you don't write also, you will be allotted with marks, no doubt in that. So you are finding factors for composite number only, because for prime numbers we cannot find out the factor. Because what is a prime number? A prime number is a number which have only one and itself as a factor. So factors हम निकालते किसके? We'll find out the factors for only composite numbers. So do you require to learn the statement now? You don't require to learn the statement. You can directly write down every, by default, you can create it. You will find out factors for composite numbers only. So every composite number can be expressed as a product of prime factors. Why you are writing as product? This is multiplication. Multiplication is said as product. What is multiplication? Product. Product of prime numbers in unique manner. Either you write 3 first, or you write 2 first, or you write 3 in between. It is a unique manner. Understood? Now, do you feel that it is required to learn the statement? Or do you feel that it is a rote learning system? No, 100% it is not. Now, whenever you get a factor theorem statement, what you will write down? Every composite number can be expressed as a product of prime factor in a unique manner, irrespective of their order. You write 3 first or you write 2 first, no problem in that. In irrespective of their order means without following the order. If you are feeling that irrespective of their order is difficult to remember, you write down without following order. Can't you write that? You can write down, no issue with that. Without following order, write down, no issue. Because multiplication is commutative. You can shift the places, no problem in that. No need to do the learning part. Just to try to frame the sentence. Now you can frame the sentence by yourself. Okay. Rational number and its decimal expansion. If A is equals to P by Q, where P and Q are co-prime. What are co-primes? P and Q are co-primes, and Q is equals to 2 power m plus 5 power n, where m and n are whole numbers. Then the rational number has a terminating decimal expansion. So this is a standard concept. If you don't know, I'll explain you once again. So what you will do, this is very simple concept. When it is something written as 7 by 10, okay, so to write it as a terminating term directly, you can even write down as 0.7, because we know that whenever in denominator you have 0, you can write it in the numerator in one decimal form. Okay, but to make sure it is terminating, you have to write down it should be in the form of 2 and 5, because they are co-primes. Okay. Let's start. If A is equals to P by Q, where P and Q are co-primes and Q cannot be written in the form of 2 power m and P power m, then they are not terminating terms. Simple. If denominator can be written in the 2 and 5 product, then it is terminating. Or else it's not terminating. That's it. Rational number and its decimal expansion. If it is terminating, you can write down. And if it is not terminating, you cannot write down. Now, very simple things we'll learn. Very simple things we'll see what is the relation between LCM and SCM. To understand this relation, no need to by heart it. Just I'll give you the derivation of that. Understand. For example, there are two numbers. One is 2 and we'll consider here only 2 and 6. These are two numbers. To find out the LCM of this number, 2 and 6 will take, you'll find out 2 ones are 2 and 2 threes are 6, and you'll write down 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3, 2 into 3 into 3. 1 minute, you can directly write down, no? Why you are writing like this? How you'll write down HCF, you tell me? How you'll write down HCF? Tell me better, how you'll write down HCF? Chill, will do. 1 minute. Okay. So there are two numbers, 4 and 6. You'll find out HCF, LCM and SCF of these two numbers. So HCF is 2, LCM is 12. How are you finding this? How are you finding this? HCF you are finding by the factors. What are the factors? You'll get problems of this. Factors of 4 is 2 into 2 and factors of 6 are 2 into 3 into 2 3s are 6, you can write down. Or you can, if you want to write all the factors as 1, 2, 4, or you can write down all the factors as 1, 2, 3, 6. So the highest common factor, which is 2, that will be the HCF. Now, LCM, anyhow, you will find out LCM and LCM will be 12. Now, to understand the formula, what you'll do, no, we'll see 2 into 12, that is nothing but 24. 2 was HCF and 12 was LCM. What you are doing, you are multiplying. When you are multiplying two things, we'll say product. So product of HCF was product, 2 was HCF and LCM was 12. Product of HCF and LCM is 20. In is the product of two numbers. Product of two numbers is product of HCF and LCM. Now, what was your initial numbers? Your initial numbers was 2, 4 and 6, and when you are multiplying this 4 into 6, that is nothing but 24. 4 6 are 24. So when you are multiplying two numbers, you are getting 24, and you are multiplying HCF and LCM, you are getting 24. So no need to learn the formula, just understand the concept. Product of two numbers is equals to LCM into HCF. And some other derivatives are there. Root A is irrational if A is not perfect square. A plus or minus root B. How you are reading this, understand here. A plus or minus root B. A plus or minus root B is irrational if B is not a perfect square. Root A plus or minus root B is irrational if A and B are not perfect square. P is prime number. P is divisor of A square. P is divisor of A. These are the steps which we'll understand in the upcoming problems. Next, you have some log problems. Hope you have already learned about log problems. What is A plus B and A minus B? Log, when you are adding, when you have two logarithms in addition, where base are same, you can multiply it. You'll get product of that, product rule, and then you have quotient rule. Then you have power rule. Instead of that, you can understand like this: x power m a. To remember, you can do like this. Just to understand, you can remember like this by a hint, like putting just arrow and writing. Okay, now we'll start the problems. We shall again, we shall start with the same, we shall start with the problems. The first question, first we will try to understand the questions. What are the questions? We'll try to understand the question, then only we'll solve the problem. Find the value of log 3 125. You need to find out the value of log 125, and the base given here is 5. Base given here is 3 or 5. Okay, so what we are supposed to do? First, we are supposed to understand the question. We are supposed to understand the question. What question is given here? Find the value of log 125. What do you mean by that? You are finding the value. So you have to find certain value. What value you have to find out? You have to find out the value of log. So every question should start with some or the other word. Let, we know that, given, all these words. This gives you marks. Okay, this gives you marks. Whatever is given, you need to write down. Whatever is given here will solve here. Whatever given, you'll write down. It will be log 125 phi base is equals to x. Now, according to the exponential form of log, what we have learned, you remember like this. Like sometimes you will forget the formula. The formula was log a power x is equals to m, x power m is equals to a. This was the formula. But it happens that we will forget the formula. We will forget the formula. Sometimes it happens. Instead of that, try to keep a hint with certain formula. Draw like this. I have shown you the exponent form. No, you have to draw the arrow like this. In this, you have to draw arrow like this. 5 power x. 5 power x is equals to 125. Now for 125, you need to find out the factors. For factors of 125 will be 5 twos are 10, 5 fives are 5 ones are 5 fives are 25, and 5 ones are 5. So how are we writing this in the power form? So you'll write like this: 5 into 5 into 5. The way you are writing this is the product. What you are writing, this is the product. This is the product. You are writing 5 into 5 into 5. That is called as the product of factors. What it is called? Product of factor means these are the factors. This 5 and 5 are the factors, and you are writing in multiplication means you are writing product of the factors. And here the 5 is how many times? 1, 2, 3. So you will write down 5 to the power of 3. You will write down 5 to the power of, you will write down 5 to the power of 3. Okay, you will write down 5 to the power of 3. And how you will write down? So at what step we were at what step? We were at doing the exponential form. So we'll write like this: 5 power x is equals to 125 and 5 power x is equals to 5 power 3. How are we reading? 5 power x, 5 power 3. Now we are applying again formula when bases are same in equation. This is equation, equal to is there. In equation, you have to remember, in equation, when bases are same, power should be equated. Remember, equation, equated. Equation, equated. Equate the power. X is equals to 3. That's it. So what is the value? What is the value? The value of log 125 power 125 base 5 is 3. Okay? Next, log, find the value of log 64 base root 2. Same way you have to do, exactly same way. So this will be power root 2 base x. See, this is important thing. Try to understand. I'll explain you very clearly. This is written and how it is understand, I'll tell you. This is written and how it is understand, I'll explain you. It is written like this. It is understand like this. Root 2 and you're writing bracket x. Now tell me, here in this question, you have written 5 to the power of x, and here you are writing bracket. Why are you writing bracket here? You should know the reason of writing bracket. Then only you can write the bracket in your examination. When there is a compound term is more than one number, more than one thing, compound term. See, this 2 is not single term. You have a root also. Therefore, when there is more than one term, compound term, will write down bracket. And this root, this is square root. What it is? This is square root. Square means 2. Square means 2. And square root means 1 by 2. Square root means 1 by 2. 2 power 1 by 2 is equals to 64. and this is x and this is 64. You need to find out factors of 64 and you have to write down x is equals to 10. Okay, understood till here? Understood. Now we shall start next problem. Now I'll read the question. Is log 64 base 4 is rational or irrational? Now, what do you mean by the word rational? What do you mean by the word rational? Rational is something, a number which can be written in P by Q form. And irrational is a number which cannot be written in P by Q form. It means that it is not a terminating term. It is not terminating term. For example, it should be 7.3333 so on, or it should be 0 point something 77 so on. The numbers which are not ending, that are irrational numbers, and these numbers are rational numbers which has a definite end, p by q, or like 3 4 7 7 by 2, a definite number which can be written in p by q form where q is not equals to 0. Now let us consider this number. Let log 64 base 4 is equals to x. Okay, now in the previous questions I gave you hint how to convert this question. How to convert this question, you see here, this 4 you have to put arrow like this will become power. You have to put arrow, like for your understanding you have to keep this as hint. So 4 power x is equals to 64. This log changes. This is a formula of log, exponent formula. Log a power a base m is equals to x, then it will be m power x is equals to a. This is a formula. Now you have to convert this 64. This 64 should be converted into, like you have to think, at LHS. At this LHS, you have 4. Now you should try to convert this 64 in 4 powers only. Why in 4 powers only? Because here 4 is there, here 4 is there, and if you convert this into 4, then what happens? You can apply the formula when bases are same in equation, power should be equated. You have to understand the situation of problem. If for example here 2 will be there, might be 2 was there, so you have to convert 64 into 2 powers. As here 4 is there, you should try to convert 64 into 4 powers only 4 powers to apply the formula and to end the problem. To apply the formula and to end the problem. Now when you can do 64 factorization like this: 4 ones are 4, 4 ones are 4, 4 6 are 24, 4 ones are 4, 4s are 16, and 4 ones are 4. Now these are the factors of 64. These are the factors of 64. You have to write down this as a product. 1 2 3, 4 is 3 times, so you can write 4 power 3. So you have to write like this: 4 power x is equals to 4 power 3 and x is equals to 3. Therefore, after that, when you are at this step, I'll write once again, I'll explain you. When you are at this step, 4 power x is equals to 4 power 3. When you are at this step, you have to understand, this is in the form when bases are same. Power should be equated in equation. This is equation, right? Where equal to is there. In equation, when bases are same, power should be equated. So you have to ignore this, and you have to write down x is equals to 3. Therefore, you got the answer. X is equals to 3. So what you have supposed x? Now you got answer like this: x is equals to 3. Now, when you look at the first step, you have imagined or you have considered x is equals to log 64 base 4. You have to replace this because you have considered. Now you can replace this. You have to replace like this: log 64 base 4 is equals to x is equals to 3. And 3 is a rational number. Therefore, the answer you have to write down, therefore log 64 base 4 is equals to 3 is a rational number. Now, next question. Express 360 as a product of prime factors. Product of prime factors. This is very easy question. You have to write 360 and you have to take out the factors. What factors you will take out? As you have to see here, at one's position there is 0. Once again I'll revise this concept. At one's position, if you have 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, any even number, then you can proceed with 2. Or if you have 3, then you can proceed. You have to think and you have to start. If it is 3, then you have to add and see. Okay, that is the divisibility rule. For this point of the question, when there is 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8, when there are even numbers at the one's position, then you have to begin with 2. Now write down 2. In 2 table, when 3 will come, 3 will not come. What will come? 2. 2 ones are 2. You have to write 1 here. 2 ones are 2. And from this 2, 3, you are considering 2 ones are 2. To make it 3, 1 is left, right? So you have to write like this. You have to write this as 1 here. You have to write like this 1. 3, 6. That means here 1 will come. Now this is read as 16. 2 8s are 16. And 0 will be carry forwarded. If only 0 is left, then 0 will be carry forwarded. Okay, if only 0 is there, then it can be carry forwarded like this only. Now again 0 is there, you can start with 2. 2 9s are 18. And 0 is left, again it is carry forward. Again if 0 is there, you can take with 2. Again 0 is there, you can take with 2. So how you are taking with 2? You have to write like this. 2 4s are, see here, it is 90. So 2 4s are 8. From this 9, you have considered 8. How much is left? 1. So this is read as 10. 2 5s are 10. And now when you see at one's position, 5 is there. You cannot take with 2. You cannot take with 2. So you have to write down 3. Because 45 is the nearest number. Or you can take 5 also. To avoid confusion or to make it easier, you take 5. Okay, 5 9s are 45. Because 5 table is easier, you know 5 9s are 45. Now this is 3. 9 goes in 3 table. Because you can take 9 ones are 9 also, but you cannot take like this. This is prime factorization. Factor means you have to take to the lowest term. 9 is not the lowest term. Apart from 9, you can take 3 also. So you have to take 3. That's why we'll not consider 9 here. You will write down 3. 3 3s are 9 and 3 1s are 3. So this was the prime factorization of 360. Understood? Afterwards, how many terms are there? How many times it is repeated? You can directly write down. See here. 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 is 3 times. So you have to write down 2 power 3. 1, 2. In product. So many times we have seen in the earlier questions. These factors are written in product. You have to write down 3 square and 5 power 1. You have to write like this. Done? When you once again we'll read the question, we'll see what it asked you and what we did. It said you that express 360 as a product of prime factor. Product means multiplication. Product means multiplication. Just it is saying you, question is saying you that just write down the factors in multiplication. That's it. If you write till here also, there will be no issue. But it will be, what we'll say, untidy. It will be not tidy, untidy, because 3 is repeated 3 times. So we can write down in 2 power 3. That's why we are writing 2 power 3, 3 power 2 and 5 power 1. Understood? It is just asking you to write down product and we are writing like this. Now we shall proceed with the next question. Read next question. What is the question? First we'll read the question, we'll understand the question and we'll proceed to the next part. A very good day to all my dear students. Hope you all are doing well. Now I have a question for you. How is your preparation going for the upcoming board exams? Are you prepared or still worried from where you should prepare? Are you worried? Okay, to remove all your worries and to answer all your questions, I am here with the latest edition of our mark scorer. This is the latest edition of our mark scorer. In this marks, firstly, I'll tell you the important features of this mark scorer. Do you know? in this book not only have only important questions or a short answer or a very short answer, nothing like that. We have covered synopsis or each of every chapter. For each and every chapter we have covered the synopsis. Either it is max, English, or all the subject. Firstly, we have given the synopsis. Do you know, only preparing for question, it can be confusing or it can be time consuming, and it as well require number of books to be referred. So no need to refer any book if you have a mark scorer. There is a revision for chapter. There are the formulas which are covered in each and every chapter. All the important concept, whatever concept is covered in the top chapter, we have given in the beginning. If you refer this, you can solve all the questions. All the questions you can solve. So this book, this mark scorer is in all the variants. We have Hindi, we have published Hindi book, we have published Telugu book, we have published English book, we have mathematics book as well, how you have seen just now. You have physical science, you have bio, and we do have social studies. We do have social studies, and also we do have Urdu. This book is very, very important for your preparation. This book is very, very important for your preparation. Like, for example, if you want to prepare trigonometry, and to prepare trigonometry chapter, you need to know the table. You need to know the value of tables. You need to know the identities. You need to know the formulas. For that, you need to open the reader and any other book where you have important questions given. But for this, in the case of mark scorer, no need to open anything. No need to open anything. Just a mark scorer is enough. Just a mark scorer is enough. If you want to prepare trigonometry, for example, table, we have covered table of trigonometry. We have covered identity of trigonometries. Everything we have covered, so that you can just refer and you can attempt all the questions. So this book will be a booster for your examination, a booster for your preparation. Make sure that you're following. And I forgot to tell you that if you scan this, there is a magic in the scanner. Do you know? There is a magic in the scanner. When you scan this, you'll get audio, you get video explanation of each and every chapter, video explanation of each and every chapter and each and every concept. Every day you will get some or the other important questions, practice paper, not only questions limited to this book. We post number of important questions in this scanner. When you purchase the book, you can scan this and you can watch all the videos. All the videos, and the videos have a detailed explanation. Video have detailed explanation of all the chapters. Make sure you are following our books. Thank you. So the question is, find HCF of 36 and 48 by using Euclid division algorithm. So for this question, you have to follow certain steps. Step 1 is whatever numbers are there, you have to consider. Whatever numbers are there, you have to consider as A and B. Because in the earlier explanation, I said you that Euclid division algorithm states that what I have explained you, dividend is equals to quotient into divisor plus remainder. You have to write like this. This is the statement. Now you feel that from where you got this? We didn't got this from anywhere. We got this from the theorem that we have studied in the earlier part. This statement is from the theorem. We have not considered by ourselves. This is the theorem statement. And we are writing. This is the standard form. A is equals to BQ plus R. Whatever numbers are given to you, find the HCF of. These are the two numbers. for which we have to find the HCF. So we are finding out A is equals to 48 and B is equals to 36. First number, A is equals to 48 and B is equals to 36. You have to consider and write down whatever you have considered. 48 is equals to 36 into 1 plus 12. Now you have to consider. Now you can ask, ma'am, why here we are getting 12? Because there is a hint beside that. There is a technique, not hint, a simple logic. What logic? Like in this question, when you see here, in this question, we have written as on our LHS, there were 4. So on RHS also, we have written in 4 powers only, because this was the requirement of this question. This was a requirement of our question. That's why we have maintained 4. Can't we write down 2 power 4? We can write down, but to meet the requirement of the question, we have written 4 only. But then only we can proceed. We cannot proceed further. That in same way, we have to follow the situation of the question. Every time you cannot do the standard time. You have to meet the question requirement. So when you see here 48, okay, now you can say that, ma'am, why we are taking 48? Is there any rule that second digit should be taken first? No, there is nothing rule like that. You have to take greater number first and smaller number second. But why? See, this is only one question here, but in exam you can get any number there. So understand the logic behind the question. Whatever be the number given to you, you should be able to do. In that way I want to explain you, in that way I want to teach you. So whenever there is a greater number, yeah, greater number should be taken as A. But why? Because in Euclid division algorithm, A is equals to BQ plus R. A, A is only on LHS. A is only on LHS and B is the combination. B is in product with Q and in sum with R. So B is a compound statement. B is a compound number. And A is only single number. That's why we are taking this as bigger and this as smaller. Now, when you take 36 here, and you have to imagine what is Q and what is R. Just consider 48. This should be equal, no? 48 should be equal to this. 48 and 36 are not equal. To make it equal, what does this equal to means? Equal to means that this and this should be equal. To make this equal, what we can do? Like if you take 36 twos are will be what? Multiply. We'll multiply and see. 36 twos are 6 twos are 12, 1, 6 threes are 6 twos are 2 threes are 6, 7. It's 72. You cannot take like this because you have to make it equal to 48. You have to make that equal to 48. So we will take here 1. We'll take here 1 because we are understanding 36 into 1 will be 36 only. And to make it 48, how much is left? To make it 36, to make it 48, how much is left? To make 48, only 12 are left. Now you can ask how you have decided this. I have not decided. I have just subtracted. 48 minus 36 gives you 12. To make 36 48, we need more 12 numbers. That's why we are writing there. Nothing from imagination, nothing from logic, just an understanding. So understood how I have written this statement? Once again, I'll tell you. Okay. So whatever number is given, take is 48. Take that bigger number as A and smaller number as B. And write this 48 is equals to some another example, 36 into 1, and that should be added to the leftover part. And after that, A is equals to 36, B is equals to 12. And now consider. After this, now you have to, here already in the earlier question, we have seen that R should be 0. But here R is not equals to 0. So we are writing, since R is not equals to 0, taking A is equals to 36 and B is equals to 12 again. Now write down 36 and 12. 12 in what product you see 12 ones are 12. 12 twos are 24. And 12 threes are 36. Easily we are getting 36. So we'll write down 12 into 3 plus 0. Because why we are writing 0 here? 36 is equals to 12 into 3 is already giving you 36. Nothing more to be added. So we are writing 0. Therefore, R is equals to 0, Q is equals to 3, and A is equals to 36, and B is equals to 12. Okay? Therefore, HCF of 36 and 48 is 12. This is an important question. This is an important question. Just a little logic you have to apply. Okay? Now we'll proceed to next question. Find HCF and LCM of 80 and 120 by prime factorization. HCF and LCM of 80 and 120 by prime factorization is that you have to find out the factors of 80. Prime factors. Minimum number 2, 3, 5. So as 0 is there here, we'll proceed with 2. 2 fours are 8. Now see here, 2 fours are 8 means 8 is already completed. 0 is alone. So you can carry forward 0. And 2 twos are 4. Again 0 is alone, you can carry forward. 2 ones are 2, 0. 2 tens are 20 also you can take. Now 2 fives are 10. Now 5 is only single term, you can take this. So how many times 2 are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 2 power 4 into 5. This was the first prime factorization. Now next is 120. Next is what? 120. So for 120, you have to take 120. Again 0 at one's position, take 2. 2 6 are 12. This 12 is covered. Now only 0 is left. 2 3s are 6. Again 0 is left. 2, now see. Now 2 ones are 2. Okay, 2 ones are 2. How much is left here? 1. 2 5s are 10. Now 2, can you take 2? Am I writing right? No, I am writing wrong. Because at one's position, we have 5. I cannot take that with 2. So you have to take 2. Can I take 2? No, I cannot take 2. So what I am supposed to take? 3. 3 5s are 15. 5 1s are 5. So how many times 2 are there? 1, 2, 3. And 3 one time and 5 one time. These are the factors we have evaluated. If you didn't understood the prime factorization method, just do like a skip, just rewind and see. Okay, I've explained the prime factorization. Just rewind and see. And now you have to write down what is HCF and LCM. So how you are writing HCF, I'll explain you in the simpler form. 80 means you have to write like this: 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. And 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 3. This is for 80 and this is for 120. To write HCF, we will write like this. We'll consider like this: 2, 2, 2, and this 5 common. So 1, 2, 3, and 5. These are common. 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8, and 8 fives are 40. Understood how you got 2 power 3 here? Now how you will write LCM? LCM will write down least common multiple. LCM is what? Least common multiple. Once again, I'll write and I'll show you. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 3. Least common multiple. How you are writing least common multiple? How many times 5 is there? 1 time. How many times? 3, 1, 2, 3. Only 2 into 2 into 2. Then 5 is 1 time, then 3 is 1 time, and what is left you have to write again. Repeated terms you have to write 1, and leftover terms you have to write as it is. So 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8. Once again, shall I show you how you have written LCM? Repeated terms you have to write only once, and leftover terms you have to write once again. And after that, you got answer as 80 into 3. That is nothing but 340. 80 into 3 is nothing but 340. 240. So just it is asking you to write down SCF and LCM. So we are writing SCF and LCM. Okay, it is asking only to write down SCF and LCM. So you are writing only SCF and LCM. And at the end, if you want, you can write down Therefore, HCF is equals to 40 and LCM is equals to 240. And this gives you marks also. This gives you marks also. Only this calculation does not gives you marks. This also gives you marks. This also gives you marks. Okay, that's why in every question we have written there for LCM, there for this, because this gives you marks. It is very important part. If you want to score on and on marks, you have to follow the small steps. Then only you can score on and on marks. And by preparing this material, you will 100% get on and on marks. Just you have to make sure that you are capable of doing question or model question also. I'll post few questions in the group of different practice question. You practice that. Okay. Now we'll proceed to next question. Log 243 base into divided by 2. Now we know that formula log x by y is equals to log x minus log y. Log x by y is equals to log x minus log y. We already know this. We already know this. Now simply we'll write down 243. We'll consider log 243 by 32. And we'll write down log 243 minus log 32. 243 we'll write down to the prime factorization. We'll write down 243. 243 is 2. Can I take 2? No, I cannot take 2. Simply don't take anything. See the ones position here. 3 is there. So we'll start with 3. Every time we should not do like this. We have to see. You have to add and see. 2 plus 4 plus 3 is how much? 2 plus 4 plus 3. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. So 9 comes in 3 table. That's why we are taking with 3 table. 3. 3 8s are 24 and 3 1s are 3. Again, add and see. 8 plus 1, 9. It comes in 3 table. So you can take 3 2s are 6 and 3 7s are 21. Again, add and see. What you are adding and seeing? 2 plus 7. 2 plus 7 gives you 9. Therefore, it comes in 3 table. I can proceed with 3 table. 3 9s are 27. 3 3s are 1. 3 3s are 9 and 3 1s are 3. So how many times you are getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 power 5. In same way, you have to follow for 32. And after that, when you are writing in the power form, how you will convert? Already you know that how you are converting. You have to write. Okay, log 34. Log 243 is written as log 3 power 5 and log 32 is written as log 2 power 5. So 5 log 3 and 5 log 2. 5 log 3 is 5 log 2. And how you will write this? This 5 and 5. When you see the question, whenever you are seeing question, no, try to imagine it. Try to imagine it. How you will imagine this? How you will imagine? See here, something uneasy is there. I'll write here 5 log 3 minus 5 log 2. Something is uncommon here, 5. Something is uncommon, 5 you will take common, log 3 minus log 2. Or else if you don't want, you can keep till here also. Sometimes you might get confused and you might write 5 bracket again 5 here. If you are in hurry and if you feel that you might commit mistake, you can keep till here also. But it is better if you are doing till here and you are mentioning therefore log 3 for 243 by 32 is equals to so and so. This fetches you full marks. And this was June 2024 question. This in this model, you can get different types of question. Sometimes instead of telling log 243 by 34, it might ask you like this: log 224 minus log 72. They are giving you question from this step. You should make sure that you are following this. It is not like that you have practiced the question with like a fraction form only. I will do with that only. No, sometimes they may give the question from the next step. Practice in such a way that nothing you will get from outside this chapter. You will get from this only. But sometimes they'll give from the next part, or sometimes they'll give in reverse way. So you should be capable of understanding that. That's why I'm explaining each and every question step by step form. Make sure that you are practicing number of times you are practicing. And if you are getting confused, try to rewind this video, and try to rewind this video and listen. Okay. Now it is saying that if HCF of 90 and 144 is 18, find their LCM. Our first task is that whatever is given we'll write down, because this gives us marks. That's why we are writing. We are writing exam to get marks. Why are we writing exam? We are writing exam to get marks. So how much possible we'll extract? How much possible we have to extract, and we have to fetch marks. So the first easiest step is write given. And what is given? HCF of 90 and 144 is 80. Here HCF of this numbers is 18, means HCF is 18. Okay, HCF is 18. So HCF is 18 and it is asking find LCM. If HCF is 18 and LCM is question mark, what are these two? These are two numbers. These are two numbers. These are two numbers because we have learned a formula. What formula we have learned? Product of numbers is equals to LCM into HCF. We have learned this formula, no? That formula you have to apply here. Product of numbers is equals to product of two numbers is equals to HCF into LCM. Write down in your book 10 times. You write down product of two numbers is equals to HCF into LCM. A is equals to 90 and B is equals to 144. These are the numbers given here. And here there is no condition that you have to consider greater number A and smaller number B. Why I am saying this? Because in Euclid division algorithm, in this question, this was a certain understanding part, that if you take greater number as A, then you can add something to the smaller number and make it to the greater number and satisfy the theorem. For that understanding part, here we are just considering A and B according to us. But here in this question, no need to do like this. Whatever is given, you can take. A is 90 and B is 144. Or else if you want, you can take A is 144 and B is 90. Because multiplication is there. No, multiplication is commutative. If you do either way, answer will be same. And substitute to the respective part. HCF is 18. LCM you don't know. Is equals to. Okay, I'll just clean and I'll explain you. You can understand. So here for this formula, you are doing this. HCF is 18, you are writing 18. Multiplication. LCM you don't know, you are writing LCM as it is. Equal to is equal to. A is 90, B is 144. LCM is equals to 19 to 144 by 18. That is nothing but 720. HCF is equals to, LCM is equals to 720. Just a simple cancellation you have to do. And this question is as it is of this question 225 factors. But here when you say 220, when you see 225, 5 is at the end. Right? 5 is at the end. So you have to take 5 table. When 5 and 0 are there, you have to take 5 table. Or sometimes if 0 is there, you can take 10 table also. But 10 is not a prime factor. You cannot take. You have to take only 5. So 5 fours are 20 and you have to proceed. You have to do the factorization and you have to write the multiple form of that. So this was the very short questions, and we'll proceed with next short answers. Okay. Let's proceed with short answers. Now in this chapter, what kind of short answers comes? Let us see. The first question is convert the following into logarithmic value. Okay. Logarithmic value. In log form, it is asking. So the first question given here is 3 power y is equals to 25. How are you reading this? 3 power y is equals to 25 and 1 by 49 is equals to 7 power z. 1 by 49 is equals to 7 power z. So in the earlier questions, we have learned the formula. What kind of formula we have learned? Log a power m is equals to x. If this is a formula, how are you writing? You are writing. See, this m is given power of this. So you are writing m power x is equals to a. So this question is in this form. You have to write in this form. So how you are writing, you see the position. The value of power comes after equal to. The power on which it is raised, it comes as base, and right hand value comes as a log value. Understood? The RHS value is base power value, and the power of the base is base of log, and this value is your RHS. So you'll write. So log value is, you can write the formula. Do mention the formula here. Log a base m is equals to x. That give rise to m power x is equals to a. You write down and you mention this. So simply convert. This will be the log value, and this will be the base, and this will be the power. Okay, now 3 power y, you can cross check it. 3 power y is equals to 25. You can even cross check it. Now, when you are writing this, how you will write? Same way you have to write as it is. This will be the log value, and this will be the base, and this will be the RHS. So you will write down log 1 by 49 base 7 is equals to Z. If possible, you can convert this. Okay, how you can convert? You can draw this further. You can do this further also. How you can do this further? This 49 can be written as log 7 to the power of minus 2. And this is 7 is equals to Z. And you can write down minus 2 of log 7 base 7, and it will be again 1. So it is asking log value, so directly you can mention the log value. This is the extension. If sometimes a possible evaluation is required, you can use this kind of evaluation. Okay. Now let us proceed to question number 3. So what formula we have learned here? What we have learned in this question? We have learned to convert the algebraic value to the log form. We have converted the algebraic value to the log formula. Okay. Now let us see the next question. This is very important question, and it is almost repeated in almost every year's paper. So in this problem is quite easy because it follows same step. This follows the same step. This problem follows same step irrespective of the value given. Irrespective of the value given is consider whatever value is given. You have to prove that 2 plus 3 root 7 is an irrational number. Now what you have to do, the first step is that whatever is given, irrational is given, so you have to consider the opposite part, counterpart. Consider this tree is an irrational number. Let us suppose it is given. So you have to write down let given root 35 is a irrational number. So on counterpart, you have to write, suppose 2 plus 3 root 5 is a rational number. And what you are doing, suppose this is an irrational number. So what you are doing, what you are supposing, so let us suppose this was a rational number. In our earlier questions, we have learned that what was rational number. I already make you learn that rational numbers are the numbers which are written in P by Q form. Okay. So when you are supposing this as a rational number, you can write down 2 plus root 5 is equals to P by Q. Why we are writing P by Q? Because it is in the form of rational. Now, these are the permanent step. First, supposing as a rational. Next step is squaring on both sides. you have to do squaring on both sides, like square 2 plus root 5 whole square is equals to 5 by q, and 2 square, you have to apply the formula. This is the formula of a square plus 2ab plus b square. So when you are applying this formula, this will be square and this will be square, and 2ab is equals to p square by q square. 2 square gives you 4, and 3 root 5 when it is whole square. 3 root 5 when it is whole square, it will be 3 square and root 5 whole square. This is compound term. In compound term, the square goes to all the term. In single term, square goes to single term. When it is compound term, it goes to all the term. So this is 9 and the square and root gets cancelled. This is 5, 9 5s are 45. This is the opening of bracket. And you will get here 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. This, how you will read this? 2 of and of 3 root 5. And bracket means multiplication. Bracket means multiplication. You are opening the bracket and you are doing the calculation. After doing the calculation, you will write down 12 root 5 p by q minus 49, and at the end you will get root 5 is equals to p square minus 49 q square by 2. And you know that root 5 is irrational number. Therefore, what you have supposed is wrong, and this value is irrational only. We suppose that it is rational, but it is not rational because we are getting root 5, no? Equal to is root 5. LHS is irrational. LHS is irrational, you are getting. Therefore, this is not a rational number, and whatever we are supposing is wrong, and what question is given is right. 2 plus root 3 5 is an irrational number. Once again, I'll just give an oral explanation of this. In this question, all steps are common. All steps are common in this kind of question. All steps are common. First step is that supposing to be rational p by q form, then squaring on both sides. After that, solving to get the value of root. Something will be root. No, here root will be there. After squaring on both sides, solve for root value. Whatever is there, whatever root is there, you keep it as LHS and shift all the values to RHS. You will get this as a LHS. And when this is LHS, this is irrational. Therefore, whatever you are supposing is wrong. Okay, whatever you are supposing. For example, in your examination, you are not getting some calculation in this. If you are not getting calculation, sometime it happens. There are few students, they may in confusion or in stress, they may forget some step. Don't leave this part. If you are doing mistake in this part, try to write something. You know that you have to anyhow write root 5 here, and try to solve possible extent. You try to solve. No problem if there is error in that. If there is error also, you do, but don't forget these 3 steps. These three steps are very, very important. If there is error in that, you might lose at least half marks or 1 marks. But if for this mistake, if you are not writing these 3 steps, you will lose at least 3 marks. Okay, sometimes you may get error. If it is erroneous also, you try to keep it, try to resolve it, but don't forget these steps. These steps are very important. Because of this, don't lose marks for this step. Write this, write this, write this, and write this. If any error you are getting at this part, try to solve and write this part compulsorily. For all problem, these steps are same. Only this middle part changes. Okay, because this is a mark scoring question, that's why I'm explaining in this part. Anyhow, you have to practice very, very well to do the problem. Practice. Sometime there are some exceptional cases. In exceptional case, I am telling, try to resolve. Don't try to lose marks. Write something or the other. Try to do your possible extent. Don't give up. The main aim of saying is that don't give up. Do whatever you can do, apply your all powers within you, apply and try to do. Don't give up. At last extent also, you should not give up. Okay, now let's move to next question. So the question here given is expand the following. This is simple question. You need to just expand this 2 value. So how you are expanding this 2 value? Let us see. The first value, whatever is given here, that is 200. Immediately you need to do prime factorization of 200. and write it in the power form as we did earlier. And after that, when you are writing this is a multiplication. What is the expansion of multiplication of log? What is the expansion of multiplication of log 2 power 3 plus log power 2 power 2? When you are applying formula, you will get this. After that, this power will be the whole value. This power will be the whole value. Sometimes, instead of always remembering the formula, to avoid confusion, you can just remember with this arrow what hint I am giving. Just remember like this. This power comes here. I already shown here. The power goes here. The powers come reverse. Like this, if you remember with arrow also, no, it is just hint kind of thing. You might not commit mistake. Sometimes you may forget formula, but if you remember with these hints, you will always remember. This power become whole part, this power become whole part, 3 log 2 and 2 log 2. Done, expansion is done. Same way you have to do, find out the factors of 125, find out the factors of 64, write them in the product form, which we already learned earlier. And after that, here, this is in division. In division, you'll get subtraction. So log 125 value is 5 power 3. And this 3 will become, if you put arrow, it will become whole part. This 6, when you put arrow, it will become whole part. And it is written like this. Okay, don't commit any mistake. Try to do the hints, whatever I am doing. Listen to the question repeatedly. Try to listen to the explanation 2 to 3 times and understand. Try to solve the problem. Whatever practice questions we are posting in the group, try to solve all the questions. Okay. Now let us see next question. This is very important question from this chapter. If what is given here? If 2304 is equals to this, find the value of log x base y. Here it is written as 2304 is equals to 2 power x into 3 power y. If it is given like this, what we are supposed to do? Here x is there, here y is there. We need to understand, retaliate the question. Here there is no log value, there is no log here, but they are asking you to find out log. So the first step you have to do, first to resolve this, to convert this into simpler form, that is very simple. Just you have to do prime factorization. After that, apply log. After that, apply log. That's it. How you are applying log? Instead of that, easier method is that, and one more easier method we can do is that the prime factorization, whatever is given, convert into 2 and 3 form only. This is also easier method. Just convert into 2 and 3 power only. Because in the earlier problem we have seen, no, according to the requirement of question we have to do. Here the requirement is that you need factors in the power of 2 and 3 only. And you got the result in the same way also. So what you are doing here, you are writing the given number in the factors of 2 and 3, and you are comparing this to this. It is compare like that. 2 power 8 is equals to 2 power x is equals to 8. 3 power 2 is equals to 3 power y is equals to 2. Simply you got the value of this. And this is very important question. It is given in June 2023. And after that, after getting x and y value, when you are substituting in log, it is asking you to find out log x base y. So what you are doing here, log x base y, you are writing 8 and 2. And still it is not resolved because 8 has certain factors. So 8 can be written as 2 power 3. And I just now in previous problem, what hint we have learned? This 3 will become whole part. It will come here. And when this is important thing you have to remember, log a base a will be 1. When this log value and base is same, it will be 1. It will be convert to 1. So here you see this base value, log value and base value is same. So this will be replaced by 1, and 3 into 1 gives you 3. Therefore, log xy is equals to 3. Okay, log xy is equals to 3. according to the requirement of question, you try to do according to the requirement of question, whatever is given, how it is possible for you to do, in that way you do. Let's move to next question. Here the next question given is, if x square plus y square is equals to 10xy, then prove that 2 log is equals to 2 log x plus y is equals to log x log y plus 2 log 2 plus log 3. This is given in April 23. It's very simple question. But to evaluate, you have to study the question. How you're studying the question is that here x square y square is there, and here 10xy something is there. Okay, you have to convert this into 2 log x plus y and so on. But when you see here, in so many problems we have converted power to whole value. So can you shift this to power? So this will be x plus y whole square. This will be x plus y whole square. But the given question does not have this thing. It has only x square plus y square. To convert this into the formula, what you are supposed to add or subtract? What you're supposed to add or subtract, let us see. To convert x square plus y square is equals to 10xy in the form of x plus y whole square. What will be the formula of x plus y whole square? X square plus y square is x square plus y square plus 2xy. To convert this, you have x square and y square, but you don't have 2xy. But why are we adding 2xy? Because question, this is the requirement of our question. That's why we are adding. So add 2xy on both sides. X plus y whole square is equals to 12xy. And when you are converting this, apply log on both sides. Because the question is having log. That's why we are doing step. And when you are applying this, this will be power. And if you resolve this, this will be log 12 plus log x and log y. According to the requirement, you have xy you have, but you don't have the required 12. 12 is not there in the answer. So you can write down 12 as log 4 into 3. And again, 4 can be converted into 2 log 2. This is done according to our given proof. In proof, whatever we want, we have to do according to that only. In proof, whatever is given, according to that you have to do. First, study the question and see to prove what it is asking us to prove, what is required. What is required? For example, when you have to cook something, what you'll do? You will see what ingredients you have and what ingredients are required to according to the dish recipe. In same way, you think what is given, what you have to prove, and what is missing. When you study in this way, you can solve the problems easily without any confusion. Okay, and the next problem, what is given here is write the following in the exponent form. This is very easy. Simply we have to put arrow 3 power x is equals to 27 and 27 is equals to 3 power 3. The simple things, no, you remember 2 square is 4. When 4 is given, you do not need to think that what is there, what is given, what you have to do. Okay, and 2 power 3 square is 9. Whenever 9 is given, try to write like this without thinking. Remember this, practice this. And 3 cube is 27. 2 cube is 8. Try to remember this simple calculation. Don't take 27, 3 nines are, 3 threes are, 3 ones are. Don't do like this. When you're practicing, practice very well. Directly you should write down 27. Directly write down 27 is 3 power 3. And when bases are same in equation, powers should be equated. X is equals to 3. Therefore, log 27 x is equals to 3. Same way you have to do here. Write into the exponent form. 32 is there. 32 should be written as 3 power 5. And when you multiply 5 into 5, it gives you 25. Therefore, x is equals to 25. Understood? Very good. Now we'll proceed. Now in next session, we'll proceed to essay questions. Okay? Make sure that you are remembering all these small activities. Okay, beta? Chali, we'll see in the next session. Welcome back to the another session where we are today doing essay answers of chapter 1. Okay. In earlier classes, we have seen very short answers. We have seen short answers also. Now we shall proceed with essay answer. So the first question is prove that 2 root 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number. You have to prove that this is an irrational number. How you are proving that? How you're proving this as an irrational number? You have to consider in a short question we have done. I'll just revise the steps. First step is to consider whatever is given as a rational, equate it to p by q form, squaring on both sides, and resolving to get the value of root term, and again writing that whatever we have suppose is not an correct, the given number is irrational only. What are the steps? First, write down what is given, then suppose the negative counterpart and equate to p by q, squaring on both sides, and resolve to get root value and prove that LHS is irrational number. LHS is irrational number. Okay, let us do this problem. This is very important problem. In earlier class also I said almost many times you got this question. Many times you got this question. Let us see what is this question. Very, very important question. Prove that 2 root 3 root 5 is an irrational number. So the first step is that whatever is given, you have to write down. Then you have to write down on counterpart. On counterpart, suppose this is irrational number. Rational number. Rational number means you have to equate to p by q. Then you have to do squaring on both sides. You have to apply the formula of a square plus b square, a plus b whole square. A square plus b square plus 2ab. How to open this bracket in detail form I have explained in short answer problem. Okay, short answer problem I have already have explained this. If you have not seen, please once see that part. Okay, so once again I'll say how to open this part. 2 root 3, 2 square plus root 3 whole square. 2 square is 4 and root 3 will be 3 and 4 3s are 12. Very detailed explanation I have given for this part in the short question video. Try to see that. Very detailed explanation I have given. After resolving it, it will be p square plus q square, and you have to resolve to get the value of root. You have to resolve to get the value of root, and when you are getting a root at LHS, it is irrational number. Root is an irrational number, and you have to write down this being p and q being integers, p square minus 17, whatever value you are getting is a rational number. This is the contradiction to the fact that root 5 is irrational, root 15 is irrational. Therefore, our assumption is wrong, and this is an irrational number. This part and this part is fixed for all this kind of questions. Only just you have to replace, that is vice versa understandable. So this part, this star part is the fixed question. This is fixed part. Okay, there is no change. Only change is that here in solving, you will get full marks. Okay, if you do this. Resolve it very appropriately. Simple calculation, only simple calculation, opening the bracket and converting, sending all the terms to RHS side, and only on LHS root value should be there. Simple question. Okay. Let us see next question. What is the next question here? Let us see. Simple. First, we'll understand the question. Express as a single log. Express as a single log. It is given here. What is given here? What is given here? 2 log x plus 3 log y minus 5 log z. So we know that in earlier problems we have seen many times this whole part will become power, this whole part will become power, and this whole part will become power. So we'll do that only. Log x square, log y cube, and log z power 5. And when logs are in addition, these values will convert to multiplication. This two value will become product, and this will be as it is. When logs are in subtraction, these two values, the value of log convert to division, and this is the single log. all the things what we have learned in short and very short, compoundedly we are applying here. All the things we have studied, every part, each and every part we have studied, just we are compoundedly applying here. We have learned to convert to power. We have learned to convert the sum into product, and this division subtraction form into division form. Earlier we have learned everything. Single step we are combiningly and writing as a long question. Okay. Now let us see the next question, and we'll see in the question only what we can do. We can write this as a power, we can write this as a power, we can write this as a power, and we can write this as a power. After writing this 2 as a power, this 2 will come in product because these are in addition. And after that, when you are writing this as addition, here there is small trick. This is minus, both side minus. Now what you are supposed to do, you have to, this step, don't get confused here. This step, why you are right, you might get confused that why are we writing product? Here subtraction is there. Here what we are taking, no, we are taking subtraction as common. Minus log 1331 plus log 625. We are taking minus common here. We are taking minus common here because here minus is there, here minus is there. We are taking minus common, and when when minus is going out, plus will be remaining. Because factor of minus is what? Plus into minus gives you minus, right? If minus is going out, and inside will be plus. So this in this way we are writing, and as this is addition, this also will become product. This product and this product, when it is in subtraction, this will convert to division form. This product and this product, when it is in subtraction, it will convert to division form. Only one simple trick you have to apply here is that taking common. Taking common is only one difficult thing. Rest everything you have done. And here the calculations are with lengthier number. Calculations are with lengthier number. Okay, now let us see next question. Now, when you see question number 3, again the same part. What is the first step? The first step is that on counterpart, we are assuming this as a rational. Equating that to P by Q or A by P also you can write down. After that, resolving this, squaring on, after that, simple resolving is there. Here, just to convert, send this here minus 5 and simple resolving. After resolving, simply you are getting root 2 is equals to A minus 5B by 3B. And what is root 2? Root 2 is irrational. What is root 2? Root 2 is irrational, but as this is rational, this should be rational only, no? Because 48 is equals to 48. Equal means both sides should be same. If this is rational, this should be rational. But if this is irrational, it implies that it will be irrational only. Therefore, we have to assume that root 2 is irrational. We have to write that root 2 is irrational, and LHS should be RHS should also be irrational. Just sentences you have to write. This problem is about writing sentences. Detail of all this problem, detail of this kind of problem is in short questions. All the steps, all the methods we have already covered. Okay, once you check that video. This is contradiction and our assumption is wrong. Therefore, this is an irrational number. Very simple question. First, you have to assume the counterpart, equate to P by Q or A by B. If possible, do squaring or directly solve. And then you have to prove that whatever we have proved that is wrong, given question is right. The given term 5 plus root 2 is irrational. You have to write like that. This is very important question. We have seen many kinds of this question. Now, very important question. Last year you got this question. First we'll see what is given and what we have to prove. The given is that it is saying that x square plus y square is equals to 27xy. But here it is saying that log x minus y. x minus y is there. It means that 2x minus y means this will become power x minus y whole square. X minus y whole square means x square plus y square minus 2xy. You need minus 2xy to this to convert to this. This we are, from where we are guessing this? From the question itself. From the question itself, we are guessing that by examining x minus y, we are guessing that we don't need plus 2y, we need minus 2xy. We need minus 2xy. So here we are writing minus 2xy and minus 2xy on both sides. And x square plus y square minus 2xy gives you x minus y whole square is equals to 25xy. Apply log on both sides, we get log x minus y whole square is equals to log 25x. And this power will become whole part, and you got LHS. Now you have to convert the RHS to the given form. This is in the product. Product changes to addition. So we'll write down log 25, log x and log y. You got this part and this part. You need only this part. So we'll consider log 25. 25 can be written as 5 power 2. This power, when it is shifting, it will become whole part and it will be 2 log 5. 2 log 5 according to the question we got. So first what we have done, we have examined the question. We have decided what should be added or subtracted by examining what to be proof. In show that we have examined and we have decided that as the requirement is x minus y whole square, we need minus 2xy. So according to that, we have subtracted and we have solved it. Okay, now let us see next question. This is quite confusing question, but it is important. Show that the square of any positive integer is in the form of phi m plus or phi m plus 1 or phi m plus 4, where m is a whole number. Where m is a whole number. So how are we doing this? How are we doing this problem? This is quite simple only. Let us see. Any number can be represented in the form of phi m plus r, where r can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and m belongs to w. W is nothing but whole number. This is what Euclid division algorithm, that kind of question. Okay. Here also steps are fixed only. If this kind of questions you are getting with another number, you can follow the same step just by changing the value. Let q be the positive integer. By Euclid division lemma, you have to write down q is equals to phi m plus r. When you are squaring on both sides, what you are getting? Phi m square plus 10m r plus r square. When you are opening this bracket, it is written like this. We can take phi m square plus 2mr as a number, then q square becomes phi k plus r square. R belongs to 1, 2, 3, 4 and R square belongs to 1, 4, 9, 16. This is R square, square of the numbers. We also have condition that any number of the form AQ plus R, this is already we have learned in the division theorem, no? So R is less than 5. Positive value of R square is 0, 1, 2, 3. Any positive integer of the form this and this. It is quite confusing, no problem. Just practice 2 to 3 times. Very simple only. You have to write the theory part. This is theory kind of question. This is theory kind of question where just first you have to assume a division lemma. Then you have to square on both sides, and you have to imagine this part as a certain value k, and you have to write down. Then k square value will be like this. You have to write down. Little practice is required, because no formula is applied like logic where log is there, you can apply. It's not like this. Little confusing and theory kind of question. Now the next question is same what we have done earlier. Show that root 2 3 root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. What you have to do again, what you have to do, imagine whatever is given as a rational. Then what you have to do, equate into a by q form. Then you have to do squaring on both sides. After that, resolving into root form and again writing all the 3 steps same. Okay, already we have done this problem. In the next question also same method, completely same method, no other concept. First step, what you have to do, write the given, then you have to assume, equate to p by q form, squaring on both sides, resolve for root value, and write down whatever LHS is irrational. If LHS is irrational, RHS should also be irrational. Therefore, whatever we have assumed is irrational. Our assumption is wrong. Given question is right. These are the steps you have to follow. Now, the next question, what here it is given is, if x square plus y square is equals to 34xy, then prove that 2 log x plus y is equals to 2 log 6 plus log x plus log y. Okay. Examine the question. Again, I am saying here x plus y square is there. This 2 anyhow will become square. X plus y square is there, and x plus y whole square gives you x square plus y square plus 2xy. You need plus 2xy. So add. You have to write adding x 2xy on both sides. You have to do adding 2xy on both sides. When you are adding this, it will be whole square, taking log on both sides. According to the requirement of question, you can change. This is 36. Okay, 36xy you have. Okay, this is 34 and it will become 36 when you are adding 2xy. And after that, this 36 will become x square, and all these steps you know anyhow. Okay. Only one thing what you have to remember in these questions is that you have to see the requirement of your answer. If this is negative, subtract 2xy. If it is positive, add xy. With this, we have completed all the types of questions that are possible questions of chapter 1. And we will post a few practice questions from this chapter. And make sure that after listening to these classes, you practice this question. Your practice of first chapter will be completed. Okay. With this, we have completed first chapter. We'll proceed to next question in the next chapter in the next lesson. Okay, we shall end now. Hope you have understood. And if you still have doubt, you can contact to us. If you still have doubt where you are not understanding, where you are not understanding, or where you need more explanation, you can share your feedback in the group. Okay, chali, take care. Bye bye. Practice more. A very good day to all my dear students. Hope you all are doing well. Now, I have a question for you. How is your preparation going for the upcoming board exams? Are you prepared or still worried from where you should prepare? Are you worried? Okay. To remove all your worries and to answer all your questions, I am here with the latest edition of our mark scorer. This is the latest edition of our mark scorer. In this marks, firstly, I'll tell you the important features of this mark scorer. Do you know? In this book, not only have only important questions or a short answer or a very short answer, nothing like that. We have covered synopsis or each of every chapter. For each and every chapter, we have covered the synopsis. Either it is maths, English, or all the subject. Firstly, we have given the synopsis. Do you know, only preparing for question, it can be confusing or it can be time consuming, and it as well require number of books to be referred. So no need to refer any book if you have a mark scorer. There is a revision for chapter. There are the formulas which are covered in each and every chapter. All the important concept, whatever concept is covered in the top chapter, we have given in the beginning. If you refer this, you can solve all the questions. All the questions you can solve. So this book, this mark scorer is in all the variants. We have Hindi, we have published Hindi book, we have published Telugu book, we have published English book, we have mathematics book as well. How you have seen just now, you have physical science, you have bio, and we do have social studies. We do have social studies, and also we do have Urdu. This book is very, very important for your preparation. This book is very, very important for your preparation. Like, for example, if you want to prepare trigonometry, and to prepare trigonometry chapter, you need to know the table. You need to know the value of tables. You need to know the identities. You need to know the formulas. For that, you need to open the reader and any other book where you have important questions given. But for this in the case of mark scorer, no need to open anything. No need to open anything. Just a mark scorer is enough. Just a mark scorer is enough. If you want to prepare trigonometry, for example, table, we have covered table of trigonometry. We have covered identity of trigonometries. Everything we have covered, so that you can just refer and you can attempt all the questions. So this book will be a booster for your examination, a booster for your preparation. Make sure that you're following. And I forgot to tell you that if you scan this, if you scan this, there is a magic in the scanner. Do you know? There is a magic in the scanner. When you scan this, you'll get audio, you get video explanation of each and every chapter, video explanation of each and every chapter and each and every concept. Every day you will get some or the other important questions, practice paper, not only questions limited to this book. We post number of important questions in this scanner. When you purchase the book, you can scan this and you can watch all the videos. All the videos, and the videos have a detailed explanation. Video have detailed explanation of all the chapters. Make sure you are following our books. Thank you.